Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next episode of my TV SCAREies. The Horrorman's TV SCAREies is a series in which I discuss horror-themed episodes of TV shows that are not typically horror-themed. The episode I will be discussing this week is titled April is the Cruelest Month, and it's from the first season of Beverly Hills 90210. Brandon is writing a piece for the school paper on Roger Azarian, West Beverly High's tennis star and golden boy. Roger is played by Matthew Perry in a guest star role before his days as Chandler Bing in Friends. Fun fact, before becoming an actor, Matthew Perry actually was a nationally ranked tennis player. Roger is one of the most popular guys in school. He has a freshman fan club, and Kelly even dated him. Although, Roger's father made him break up with her, claiming she wasn't good enough. Brandon quickly learns that Roger and his father have a rocky relationship. Roger invites Brandon back to his mansion for the interview. He gives him a tour of the house, and Brandon finds his gun collection. Upon meeting Roger's father, Brandon also finds out that Roger has written a screenplay. Up until this point, Roger has not allowed anyone to read it. Brandon will be the first. But the more he reads, the more suspicious he becomes of Roger's dark side. He might seem like the golden boy to everyone else, but Brandon is disturbed by what he reads. The thing is, Brandon really likes him though. Roger seems like a really cool guy. But his screenplay tells a different story. It's about a guy named Robert, who drives the exact same car as Roger, and lives in a mansion described to be just like the one in which Roger lives. Roger's leading man also wants to kill his own father. What's really cool about this episode is, as Brandon is reading the script, we are taken to the scene actually playing out. So sometimes the line between reality and screenplay is blurred. We see Roger in the role of Robert, as he talks to a psychiatrist about how much he hates his father, and then we literally see him murdering his father. After seeing the relationship Roger has with his own dad, it all seems too real to Brandon. Brandon is convinced Roger is living vicariously through his main character. But for how long will it only remain fantasy? Brandon is at Roger's house when Roger and his father get into a big blowout. He leaves to give them privacy and goes to get his books from Roger's car. And in there, he is alarmed to find a gun. The exact gun mentioned in Roger's screenplay. The next day, Roger and his dad are nowhere to be found. Roger skips school and even skips tennis practice, which the tennis coach says is not like him. Brandon tells his friends, he tells Brenda, he tells his parents. He even tells the cops. But no one believes him. No one believes the golden boy is a murderer. And so Brandon heads back to Roger's mansion to investigate himself. No one answers the door, but then Brandon remembers a certain scene from Roger's screenplay, where the character Robert retrieves a key from under a flower pot. Sure enough, that's where Brandon finds a key. He unlocks the door, heads inside, and that's where I'll leave it, because I don't want to spoil anything else. Oh yeah, and as for the other characters, the group is also getting back their SAT scores in this episode, which is sort of a different kind of horror. There were a few thrilling, horror-themed episodes of 90210 as the series went on for 10 seasons. But April is the Cruelest Month is definitely one that has probably stuck out to me the most, with maybe the exception of a certain Season 5 episode, which I will be discussing at some point in the future. This one, though, is very atmospheric. It's very moody. There is this sense of dread and impending doom throughout the entire episode. You know something bad is going to happen. You're just waiting for it. Matthew Perry really steals the show here. It feels like he's a character you've known all along, in just this one appearance. Like I mentioned earlier, there are certain scenes you watch and think it's reality, well, the reality of the TV show, and then you come to find it's actually Brandon reading the screenplay. What's really happening and what's not? It keeps you on the edge of your seat. There is even creepy music used in this episode, which I don't recall hearing in any other episode of 90210. April is the Cruelest Month almost plays out like a made-for-TV horror movie. It's intense, and it's awesome. And I love the ending, too. Next time on the HORRORman's TV Scaries. A 2-part episode from which I've included a shot in some of my intros over the years. Tune in to find out what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind. Subscribe.